Imperial soldiers, the lands of Brennius now belong to us. As you know, Brennius shares a border with Blaidd territory. The enemy's stronghold of Ferdiad is but a stone's throw away. At long last, we approach the final push of this campaign. Stay vigilant, but be not afraid. We shall wield our weapons as one, claim our victory, and unite all of Fodlan under our flag!
Blaidd land at last. The kingdom will be more desperate than ever now.
As they should be. We have stripped away nearly half of their territory at this point. But we still have the remaining houses to contend with. Karen, Galatea, Fraldarius, and Gautier are all unshakably faithful to the crown. They would tear us to pieces had they the chance. Certainly not my idea of a fun afternoon.
Still, we have no choice but to face them unless they decide to stop harboring the Archbishop.
Do you think that's even a possibility? The people of the kingdom are quite devout after all.
I highly doubt it. So let them huddle together like the cornered rats they are and...
Huh? What's going on?
Urgent news, my lord. Massive revolts have broken out in Hrim and Ordelia territory.
What? Did you say Hrim?
Unrest in the Empire can't be a coincidence.
So, those who slither in the dark have finally made their move.
This is it. This is our chance to figure out who or what those people really are.
Scarlet Blaze, the rising darkness. Having smashed the kingdom's last desperate defense, the Empire takes the battle north. Further pressure from the Alliance to the east forces King Dimitri to make a difficult choice. Will the Empire and Alliance prevail and unite Fodlan? Just as all begin to entertain the possibility, those most opposed to the idea finally emerge from the shadows.
Apparently, it started with attacks by bandits and insurgents, which touched off a widespread revolt. The people have taken to the streets, and now Hrim and Ordelia territory are in total chaos.
We have no choice but to intervene. At present, it is just Hrim territory. But if the unrest spreads to neighboring Imperial lands, there will be no water cask large enough to quench the flames.
Especially if the fires were intentionally set. And yet, redeploying our forces to deal with the unrest could be exactly what they're after.
I believe it is, Your Majesty. With the aid of the Alliance, we were on the brink of securing the kingdom's surrender. The war was all but decided. It seems certain parties were not at all happy with that particular arrangement.
Yeah, you can't exactly wage a war when your own land's falling apart at the seams.
No one is more reluctant than I am to turn back when victory is within our grasp. But it is the only option. Fortunately, the kingdom now lacks the soldiers to take advantage and regain their lost territory. We'll leave enough troops to hold the line and take the main force east at speed. I'll have Count Bergles take position at Aryan Road.
That sounds exhausting. But you're the boss.
Do you mind if I just slink off to my room and... Oh,
Here come the dagger eyes. Never mind.
If it's settled, let's not waste another second. Every moment we delay means more suffering for the innocent people who are caught up in this.
Going to Hrimland will take us close to Ire. Needless to say, I am in favor of departing at once.
Let's go find the masterminds behind this mess and send them to meet their maker.
But how will we be telling the innocent people from those who are causing trouble? A fair point. If we're too reckless, many good people are going to be killed.
Only one thing to do. Let's get to Hrim territory and sort this out.
I have a proposition.
Do you think this might work? We need to work with what we have. Shall we?
Oh, hello. Are you on your way to get something to eat?
Yeah. You?
I am. Shall we go together then?
The sure thing. I wonder what they've cooked up for us today. Ah, that was satisfying. Pretty nice getting such tasty meals all the time, huh?
I agree. The meal was lovely.
You didn't finish your meat again. It's kind of a waste, you know.
I ate a lot of the vegetables, so you can have it.
Hey, if you're offering... Wait a minute. Haven't we had this conversation before?
I think we have.
Did something happen to you, Marianne? You seem more relaxed today. In a good way, of course.
Oh no, nothing in particular. But I made a decision. I'm not going to worry about whether I bring misfortune to others or not. I've been a part of this army for a while now, and I've worked closely with everyone in it. And nothing terrible has happened to anyone as a result of being around me.
Well, of course nothing bad's happened.
I'm still a bit anxious about everything, but I decided to adopt a more easygoing attitude. I'd like to emulate you and your nonchalant demeanor, how you can just move through the world without a care.
You're making me sound kinda irresponsible. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I say if you want to talk to people, then talk to them. If you want to be alone, then do that. I really think it's best to just be yourself. Don't force anything.
Yes, I think so too. But I fear my adoptive father might chastise me again if I say that to him.
I'm not so sure about that. I think he'd acknowledge how far you've come if he saw you now.
You really think so?
You might not have noticed, but you're a lot different than you used to be. You're definitely somewhat sociable. More so, even.
I just hope that's good enough for him.
I'd like to think it will be. Well, I mean, I guess I don't really know what kind of guy your father is.
Sometimes I think you say whatever pops into your head without thinking. I suppose that's what I like about you, isn't it?
can already tell I'm going to learn a lot from you.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, hey. You fishing too?
Yeah.
Ease up, kid. We're on the same side now, remember?
I know. Guess I'm just not used to it yet.
We're not getting paid to kill each other anymore. We can just sit here like normal folks and catch some fish. You're a mercenary, right? For us, there's no such thing as friends or foes once that contract's paid.
Yeah, I know that too. You, don't remember me, do you?
Should I?
I used to run with Burling's mercenaries.
Burling. Ah, yes. That woman was an army unto herself.
Yeah, but you and your company wiped us out. My captain, my comrades, every last one of them died in that battle.
So that's what this is about. You have a grudge against me?
No, I don't. Wouldn't be much of a merc if I held a grudge against everyone I fought. But it was tough at the time. I really liked that scruffy crew. All of us got along, even the captain. They were the best group I'd ever been with. After what happened, I made myself a promise. I was gonna get stronger, and someday I would defeat you and the Ashen Demon.
But we're allies now, so you're gonna have to let that go, huh?
Looks like it. But you know, part of me is relieved. I don't think I could have beaten the Ashen Demon anyway.
Hey now, what about me? Or are you saying you could take me?
Won't know unless I try. By the way, for a regular guy just catching some fish, you haven't even got your hook on.
Yeah, well, these old mitts aren't exactly made for tying tiny knots.
Give it here. I'll do it.
Not half bad, kid. Thanks.
People call you a legendary mercenary, but you're a lot less dexterous than I imagined.
Legendary is what they call dead people. I'm still alive and kicking, you know. Hey, and about what happened with Burling. I'm sorry. The whole thing was just two minor lords trying to get the better of each other. If Burling hadn't come for us, we could have avoided all the bloodshed. But she came roaring in, yelling that she would take us down and make a name for herself. My kid couldn't afford to hold back at that point. I know that doesn't make it better, but I hope it helps.
What's done is done. You were just doing your job. I know that.